6 animals that could have killed a Smilodon. The saber-toothed cat, or as others call it, the Smilodon, was considered one of the most dangerous predators of its time. But what if we told you there were some animals that existed around that same time period that could have posed a serious threat to the Smilodon? Well, it's true, and we'll be taking a closer look at those 6 animals in today's video. Number 6. Woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth was a magnificent, large and iconic species of elephant that lived during the Pleistocene epoch, around 400,000 to 4,000 years ago. They were actually adapted to cold climates and were covered in long, shaggy hair and had impressive curved tusks. When we say large, we mean massive. Woolly mammoths stood at about 11 feet, 3.4 meters tall at the shoulder, and weighed anywhere from 6 to 10 tons, 9,000 kilograms. Their sheer size and strength made them formidable animals that few predators, including the Smilodon, would dare to fight. Despite their terrifying stature, the woolly mammoth was actually an herbivore. This means that they wouldn't technically hunt the Smilodon as prey during their time on the planet. But that doesn't mean that they wouldn't be able to kill the Smilodon with ease. Woolly mammoths, particularly females with young calves, were extremely protective and aggressive if they perceived a threat from any potential predator, including Smilodon. If a Smilodon approached a woolly mammoth calf or a weakened individual, the mammoth might have tried to defend itself and its offspring, in the same way that a modern elephant protects its young. A swipe from the mammoth's tusks could cause significant harm to the Smilodon, potentially deterring it from further aggression. Number 5. American lion. The American lion, also known as the American cave lion, was a large species of lion that also lived in North America during the Pleistocene epoch, approximately 340,000 to 11,000 years ago. Both the American lion and Smilodon inhabited similar environments and shared common prey species. As such, they most likely competed for food resources. While the Smilodon was adapted to take down large herbivores with its powerful bite, the American lion's group hunting could have made them more efficient in capturing and securing the same prey that the Smilodon was after. Let's discuss what made them a threat to Smilodon. Research has suggested that the Smilodon had a more solitary or semi-social lifestyle, whereas the American lion lived in prides. The social structure of the American lion could have allowed for better communication, coordination, and protection against potential threats, and that includes the Smilodon. Think of these 2 prehistoric wildcats to be the same as the modern-day Bengal tiger and African lion. It stood about 4 to 4.5 feet, 54 inches tall at the shoulder, and could weigh up to 700 pounds, 314 kilograms, making it slightly smaller than the Smilodon. But due to the strength the American lion possessed in numbers, they could easily overpower the Smilodon. Number 4. Short-faced bear. The short-faced bear was a prehistoric bear that lived in North America during the Pleistocene epoch, approximately 1.8 million to 11,000 years ago. It was actually one of the biggest known terrestrial mammalian carnivores, standing about 7 feet, 84 inches tall at the shoulder, and weighing up to 3,500 pounds, 1,600 kilograms. This makes it even larger than the largest modern bears, such as polar bears or Kodiak bears. Its name, short-faced, comes from its unique facial structure, featuring a shorter snout compared to other bear species. Coming back to the Smilodon, let's talk about why the short-faced bear would pose a major threat to the Smilodon if these 2 predators were to meet. First of all, the short-faced bear's sheer size and strength would have given it a distinct advantage in direct confrontations, since the Smilodon was an ambush predator that relied on its powerful bite to take down prey. On the other hand, the short-faced bear was a more active hunter and pursued its prey relentlessly. The bear's endurance and speed could have given it an edge in pursuing and catching prey, potentially leading to confrontations with Smilodon over captured prey. Also, Smilodon's large canines, while effective for delivering lethal bites, were somewhat of a disadvantage in close quarters combat. The saber teeth were long and delicate, limiting the flexibility of its bite. Number 3. Giant hyena. The giant hyena was a large and powerful carnivorous mammal that lived during the Pleistocene epoch, approximately 1.8 million to 11,000 years ago. The giant hyena stood about 3.6 feet, 1.1 meters tall at the shoulder, and could weigh up to 300 kilograms, 660 pounds. It had a more bear-like appearance compared to modern hyenas, with a short face and powerful forelimbs equipped for holding and breaking bones. It had a powerful bite force and specialized teeth, including large molars for grinding and crushing bones. In a fight between a giant hyena and a Smilodon, the outcome would depend on various factors, including the size and health of each individual, their level of aggression, and the circumstances of the encounter. However, there are some factors that can better explain why the giant hyena would win. Like modern hyenas, giant hyenas may have been protective of their kills and territory. If a Smilodon attempted to scavenge from a hyena kill or ventured too close to a hyena den with young, the hyenas could have become aggressive and posed a threat to the Smilodon. And this wouldn't occur in a one-on-one situation. The giant hyena lived and traveled in packs. And when hunting in a group, giant hyenas could coordinate their attacks and overwhelm a single Smilodon through sheer numbers and teamwork. Number 2. Dire wolf. The dire wolf was a large species of wolf that, you guessed it, lived in North America during the Pleistocene epoch from approximately 125,000 years ago to around 9,500 years ago. They were one of the largest known canids, even larger than most modern-day wolves. On average, adult dire wolves stood about 3 feet, 91 centimeters tall at the shoulder, and had a body length of around 5.5 feet, 168 centimeters. Estimates suggest that they weighed close to 150 pounds, 68 kilograms. The dire wolf's appearance was similar to that of modern-day wolves, but they had some distinct characteristics. They had broader heads with more pronounced foreheads compared to their living relatives. So, what makes them dangerous to the Smilodon? Same as the American lion, the dire wolves were social animals that lived and hunted in groups. Their pack-hunting behavior allowed them to take down larger prey and work together to bring down formidable animals. When a pack of dire wolves encountered a Smilodon, they could have used their numbers and coordinated attacks to overwhelm and potentially kill the saber-toothed cat. In other words, the pack's coordinated hunting strategies and teamwork would have made them more effective predators compared to the solitary hunting style of Smilodon. Number 1. Homotherium. The Homotherium, commonly known as the scimitar-toothed cat, was another species of saber-toothed cat that lived during the Pleistocene epoch, similar to the Smilodon. In terms of appearance, the Homotherium had shorter saber teeth compared to Smilodon, but they were still longer and more curved than those of modern cats. Their saber teeth were adapted for slashing and inflicting deep wounds rather than delivering a powerful bite like Smilodon. Homotherium was generally slightly smaller than Smilodon, with an average height of around 3.5 feet, 110 centimeters at the shoulder, and a weight ranging from 400 pounds, 180 kilograms. The Homotherium was a swift and agile predator, and its ability to make quick slashing attacks could have been challenging for Smilodon to counter effectively, especially if caught off guard. The Homotherium's tactics of causing multiple slashing wounds might have allowed it to wear down Smilodon or other large predators over time, potentially gaining an advantage in prolonged confrontations. And since we've already established the fact that the Smilodon's large saber-like tooth is unable to perform in close encounters, the Homotherium will have the upper hand. And that's our list of 6 animals that could have killed the Smilodon with ease. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date on videos like this. See you next time!